Since you're talking, Commissioner Maxwell, why don't you start us out?
Well, not much. We all of us have been someplace else mentally for the last 2 or 3 weeks. But I do want to wish everybody a happy New Year, and I hope that everybody has the best of holidays that they've ever had. And I'm looking forward to a very bright and prosperous 2016, and I hope you all join us in that effort.
Happy New Year. Some folks in the room may be aware that's my Venezuelan cap. Today was a very significant part of democracy in the world. The major elections that happened in early December in Venezuela that drastically changed the course of what the country's been doing for the last stretch. They were inaugurated in the National Assembly today. I was able to watch some of that, and it went very peacefully, despite some very strong differences of views and opinions and changing of the guard. So, go democracy. It's cool when it works. I'd like to talk a little bit, I've got several items on the list. I'd like to talk a little bit about community policing. I've had a lot of input from the community over the last stretch, and I've had conversations and meetings with Captain Bear. I think he would be here right now, but as I was coming in, there seemed to be some sort of something happening out at the corner out there with cars and whatnot, so I suspect he's still out with that. I'm getting a very strong sense from a wide range of people in the community that whatever we're doing with policing, it really isn't working.
Correct. Correct.
And it's a number of issues, but I think we need to start having some workshop. I've already scheduled, another meeting with Captain Bear, but I don't think that's, going to solve things necessarily. I think we need to, and I guess I'd raise that for my fellow commissioners at some point, we need to start having some community workshops, get a sense. I just heard right now, and I think all of us heard that, quite a bit of head nodding that things are not going well here. Despite what the statistics might look like, we need to really rethink some of that. So I'd like to raise that. I'd like to suggest that we do schedule some community workshops or other means of getting input from the community, and I will continue meeting. I have some ideas and some things, but I'm obviously not a community policing expert, but I think we need all the ideas we can get. Another one, I'm very pleased to say that I graduated from the Good Government Initiative program, an 80-hour program. I didn't know it was 80 hours, so I might not have signed up. But it was quite an extensive program from August through December, run by a former commissioner of Miami-Dade County who brought in excellent people and very bipartisan approach, very pragmatic. How do you make government work better with elected officials from all over South Florida? Mostly city folks, but some school boards, some county commission also. Just side interest, some of you who watch the New Yorker magazine may notice that my name showed up in there. There was an article by Elizabeth Colbert on sea level rise in South Florida and to some extent the Everglades. I was lucky enough to take her out into the Everglades, talk to her some about some of those issues there. And finally, I think at least a portion of the folks who are here tonight are probably here in relation to basically the Gulf Stream zoning. And I just really need to say that I personally am extremely supportive of the Gulf Stream and renovation of the Gulf Stream. I think it's perhaps been portrayed that I might not be in favor of that. I am very much, have always been in favor of renovating the Gulf Stream. And I'm in favor of development, economic growth and development in our city. But what I'm even more in favor of is democracy. And we had a vote in this community a while back, and this commission had the opportunity ever since that vote happened to act on that vote. Not in violation of state laws, but there are a number of ways that this commission could have acted to incorporate the message that was delivered by that vote.
Can we talk about that at the time of that actual item on the agenda? This is Commissioner
No, because
comments.
that's a quasi-judicial hearing, I don't think it's appropriate for
I don't
that.
think it's appropriate for this section.
it's-
We have an item on the agenda that will address that, and
Okay.
that's the place to address it, but thanks.
And I've got one more. On the
Okay.
16th of January, I have two things going on. My neighborhood association, Sunset Ridge Neighborhood Association, is having an all-day, well, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Activity Sunset Ridge Neighborhood Association. I believe it will be at the Gray Mockingbird Community Garden. For those of you who, I won't be able to make that, I will be, again, bicycling with the Color of Hope fundraising bicycle ride that supports folks survivors of the earthquake in Haiti in 2010. So I'll be somewhere between here and Miami, hopefully still moving on the bike saddle.
Thank you. Commissioner Russell?
Again, I want to say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Look forward to a very happy 2016. I've got one thing that I'd like to bring up, and I think one of the big issues, and I think a lot of other people in the audience are here for tonight, is some of the homeless issues and the safety and welfare of the citizens and the children and the people that live in the city. The Project Homeless Connect is actually coming to the city of Lake Worth, and they're doing an outreach on January 22nd, Friday, to actually give services and help people. There'll be over 35 service providers here at the church on South Federal, and I've got some flyers here, and there'll be more passing around the community. But it's really an outreach to reach the people that need help, and the providers will be here to do that. So on behalf of the commission and the mayor, I just want to inform everyone that again, will be here Friday, January 22nd. It'll be here from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. 334 First Avenue South, Lake Worth, at the church. So anybody that needs services, those providers will be there to reach out to them.
I'll make this very brief. That's actually what I was going to speak on. I have been working directly with the Homeless Coalition to put on this event. I just want to dispel any misconceptions about the event. The event is not designed to perpetuate homelessness or to send the message that Lake Worth is the city to be homeless. This program is designed to connect our local homeless population with opportunities and resources to end their homelessness. This is also an opportunity for our city to tap into potential solutions for addressing our own issues of homelessness by taking advantage of a resource that is readily available to us through the county. Thank you and Happy New Year.
Yes, but I wanted to follow up on the homeless event, the coalition event later this month. City manager, do we have a booth set up?
I was just gonna ask that.
Do you have a booth? Is the city gonna have a booth?
Yeah, we're supposed to have a presence there.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll make sure that we have a presence there with all the resources that the city has to offer. The sheriff's office, will they be there as well?
Yep.
Let's make sure that we get as much information.
You didn't do my job. I was gonna talk to him. You already had your chance to talk. You all get your one chance, and I get to talk to you.
Let's make sure that
Point of order.
all the resources are available, and I think it'd be probably nice if the five of us availed ourselves that day to be there and see what we can do and hear firsthand from some of these folks, some of their stories and what we can do.
That was what I was gonna say.
Okay, well then
Stinker.
finish up.
You know what, you shouldn't have spoken, I shouldn't have let you speak. No, I just wanted to ditto that, I wanted to just make sure that we all make sure that we can make some time out that day to be there and to be supportive and to spend some booth time. The date on it is the 22nd?
22nd, January 22nd.
January 22nd,
9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
9 a.m. to 1, at the...
334 First Avenue South.
The old pumpkin church where they used to set up the pumpkin.
Thank you.
Church.
Yeah,
That's how I remember it.
that's how I remember it too.
And also too, just in reference to that issue, I've been meeting and speaking with Commissioner, former Mayor Shelley Vanna, and she's got some very innovative ideas and programs and some really interesting plans to really help the homeless in ways that I don't think the county or the area has even touched or reached or tried before. And I've invited her to come here and speak with us as a commission, so she can kind of share some of the insights and some of the programs that they're looking to do and that they want to partner with us on. Because, you know, we have to take care of all of our people here in the city, and I think that's an important thing. So I'm very excited about that. I don't know if she's talking to you too, if you don't heard about some of them, but some really cutting edge, really good programs. So hopefully maybe we'll hear a little bit about that then. Also want to tell you about an upcoming in the new year, since we're talking about the new year. In 2016, we're going to have a presentation on complete streets. Now this is, I'm going to tease you a little bit about this. This is what I've been talking about, an overhaul of Dixie Highway. We talk about something that we really needed. We've watched our neighbors to the north of us do it from Belvedere South. West Palm's been working on that. I've been working for the last 2.5 years on getting this consideration through from the Metropolitan Planning Organization. And we're going to have a presentation on some of the things to make Dixie Highway attractive again, and safe, and walkable, and bikeable. And we're going to have some wonderful charrettes and meetings on that. So we want to do that. You know, we all want things to improve, but we also know that that's a big thoroughfare for us, and we all have to jump on that highway at some point. And you know, to get to 95, to get to where we're going. And it really has been so troublesome, and I know that the businesses on that stretch have also had their share of heartaches as they watch things change and go on. So I think it will be a real boon to our city and to our overall attitude when we have that change. And that'll be a great catalyst for some great safer, happier, and our kids being able to walk on the streets and on the sidewalks and whatnot. It'll be a real great thing. So I'm very excited about that. 2 good things to look forward to. A third good thing, I've been talking about the VPK in middle school, and I've mentioned that my goal is to put a new center on the north end and the south end of the city, and that I have found the funding and the staffing for VPK and middle school. So it's guaranteed that part's good. The problem I've had is locations. And on the day before Christmas, I got a phone call. I think I have a location for one on the north end.
Yay!
So that's closer to fruition. So hopefully that I find out about that probably in the next week or so. So that's going to bring extra programs, because we don't have enough VPK for our kids. Because, you know, we're at max capacity in our public schools, and so that's going to be very cool. And the middle school kids really need some after-school programs and a little bit of buffer for their families between like 4 and 8 p.m. to get involved in some really good stuff and have some study groups. So I'll be talking about that too. Bike giveaway, parade, Domino Park Pavilion down on South 8th Street, all good things that are happening and going to come to fruition in 2016. So let this be a very wonderful, happy New Year. All right.